Hello, my name is Justin Zhang, and in this video I'm going to present to you, the viewer, an overview of my research project on media studies. I will go over briefly about all the research I've done, not only about media, but also about my interactions with it. The first thing I'm going to go over is my cell phone usage time. As it's visualized in this paper, I show the procedure of how I obtained the final result of 4 hours and 44 minutes. I made sure to convert everything to minutes and then sum them into total minute sum, which is then converted into hours and then divided by the length of the week. Secondly, I used various forms of art to sort of gain a little introspection about what kind of art I can produce, especially as someone that uses media a lot. Perhaps this would reveal biases as well as offer some ample opportunity to find myself. This self-portrait I drew with a pencil and turned out as expected. Very rough around the edges, but I guess it captured the essence of my face. Anyway, here's a poem I wrote called Through Rocks and Flowers. I actually really like how this turned out, so I'll just read a stanza just to show how I feel for the poem, and it goes like this. For what appears is that, unchained, she's mighty, a force of nature, a storm in a bottle, a whisper in the wind. Then there's an unnamed collage I created here, where I guess I intended to create an air of mystique around this fair lady. And then over here I tried my hand at imitating Anne Tainer, where the premise basically is that this woman seems deep in thought, but in reality, she's just thinking of something silly. Well, over here, she's just wondering out how it's possible that there are enough coconut trees for it to be available for each and every person in the world. On the other hand, you can see me beside a telephone pole with a poster that reads LGBTQ+ book club. And in seeking out these posters, I learned that communities can actually form even outside of online media. Then here you can see one of my proudest works. Actually, I really adore how this turned out. Basically, the lady here on top, with her meek look, represents the destruction of her freedom and dreams, whereas the lady in the bottom has a very confident and matter-of-fact look, while showing no signs of struggling, even with a large boulder overhead. Now, in making these artworks, I learned to add details everywhere in the art piece, which I think feeds into possibilities of why it is the way it is. That is, it is up to the viewer to determine the meaning. And I feel that's the whole point of art. Find a meaning that resonates with you. I then also created digital art pieces based on my feelings about certain things, such as how I feel about my media diet. You can make out things that I actually indulged on, such as knowledge, foraging, hanging out with friends, and more. And then when it's about my collages, you can make out women, time, sea, aspects. This all goes to show how, while this jumble of words may not mean much to a rando, this actually offers me introspection to how art can help me explore parts of my feelings more deeply than just waiting for them to come out. Thank you.